And you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
Amazing!
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another amazing video. Since the trial of the century is finally over, I figured I'd take a look back. I broke it down into 3 parts. First, we're going to be looking at Johnny Depp's best moments. Then we're going to be looking at Amber Heard's worst moments. And finally, in part 3, we're going to look at the witnesses. They were great. I'm not going to talk much. I'm just going to let it play through. I might pop in every once in a while. Without further ado, let's look at Johnny Depp's best moments.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Right. We're going to fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it. Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay. What the
A
doctor?
different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
And you wrote that about the... Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
And you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
It's my question.
Throughout the trial, one of my favorite things would be Johnny Depp's little zingers. Were you there? How do you know? He just threw them in the right places, and it made for a very entertaining trial. Let's get back to it.
To you, sir.
No, I wasn't drinking that heavily.
We can, let's turn to the UK
It's
116,
definition,
please.
what you define as heavily, sir. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. I don't know.
I believe he was being shown financial documents.
All right.
I'm trying to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time. So I'm going to ask you that question again, because I think it's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is...
You'd like it to be, sir. Nothing simple in this case. October is 2 months before December. That's correct.
This was a document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yes.
Okay. Mr. Depp, that is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
Dated August 15th, 2016, right?
That's what it says, yes.
And this is this is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
Can you go to paragraph 27, please?
And this is what I'm talking about, those zingers. For the third time, yes, that is my signature. You really got to question these attorneys that Amber hired. They did not do the best of jobs.
And that was a document you signed in August of 2016, correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes,
Yeah.
that's the fourth.
Well, I wanted to make clear that you signed
made it
that in
clear.
the summer of 2016.
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much. Sorry.
All right. Well, then let's do this. So is it your testimony that right after you cut your finger off, that right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet, right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Sorry.
that you didn't react?
I did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
And
As you can see, I think. No.
Please explain to the jury who Sean Bailey is. I think you were starting to.
Yes, I'll try again. Sean Bailey was quoted as saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Mr. Depp, where was Sean Bailey quoted, without getting into what he was quoted as saying?
It's entitled Johnny Depp, Friends and Family Seriously Concerned About Him, Here's Why.
Yes,
Correct.
how did they know?
From May, did I read that right?
You did, reportedly.
The next
These are
article,
all hit
also
pieces.
from May
These
10th,
are dregs,
2017.
sir.
Mr.
This is a pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question that I'm asking you.
What's your
The next
question, Mr.
question,
Rottenborn?
the next document, the next one, Hollywood Reporter. Did I read that
Allegedly
correctly?
reports say, this is hearsay. is
June
it not?
21st, 2018.
word.
Did I read that correctly?
You did. Who's Alison Boshoff and how does she know?
What's pretty great about this whole thing is every time Johnny answered something, the attorney would say hearsay, hearsay, hearsay. But when he's reading pieces from articles that are from somebody who doesn't even know Johnny, that's hearsay itself. So it's just really strange how they call him out on hearsay, but they're using hearsay against them the whole time.
Based on the
We'll just take a look at the next
accusations that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought.
Depp.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You had answered my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
yeah. As long as you're happy, sir. She brought up the situation of her fecal matter on the bed, and I and she tried to blame it on the dogs. It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter.
I'm Amber's poo.
I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there. My initial response to that was, I laughed.
Well, that is going to wrap it up for this one. Look for part 2 coming tomorrow. Amber's Worst Moments. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.